Hey runners, happy Saturday, May 9th. And just got back not long ago from my 9 mile long run, which went very, very well. Um, yeah, I can't wait to tell you what happened. I changed up a little bit today, put together a couple different things for the long run, and put it into practice today. And I'll say this, it went better than expected. Um, so this morning, got up and headed out the door. Actually, drove down to where I was going to run, which is about 2.5, 3 miles from our house. It's a little park and ride area. It's got some, covered parking. Uh, People use that for commuting. Not much going on right now, of course, but um, people typically use it for carpooling. They'll park there, and then they'll just, because the freeway is right there. So I parked there, and then what I was planning on doing was running south of the park and ride to an area that we call the Wild Horse reservation area and premium outlets, because there's a premium outlet, and it's on kind of like the reservation at a hotel casino called Wild Horse. The roads out there are very smooth, really good to run on and bike. So I see a lot of triathletes and runners training out there. Excuse me, my throat's dry. I did get some hydration in during and after, but it's pretty warm. It's approaching the mid 80s, like 83, 84 degrees, and it's barely 8 o'clock. So, yeah, we've been having some warm temperatures, although yesterday was about 104-ish. Today will be about 102. And then we're going to have, I believe, 6 days under 100. In fact, we might even get into the upper 80s, fingers crossed, by the middle portion of the week. So we are totally excited for that. Still not too bad to get out and get a run in. It doesn't feel uncomfortable yet. That typically starts to begin like around June and definitely into July when it's humid. Our humidity starts to really ramp up in July and August. So although we are having some unseasonably warm temperatures here in Phoenix, temperatures that you expect in June, not in May. So to the run, 9 miles today. I put together yesterday a plan of action for the future and today. And one of those plans involved doing negative split training. Now, negative splitting is just that, running your second half of your run or race quicker than your first half. Ideally, that's something as runners we try to achieve, or running consistent splits. Not always easy to do. And a lot of times as runners, including myself, we get out too quick the first half and then have a slower race the second half. So I wanted to put into practice negative split training and allow my heart rate to not increase sharply like it has in the past. I've gone out so quick and then my heart rate just jumps up. So what I was planning to do was start slower and then get quicker and quicker with each mile. Now my long run pace, it's kind of all over the place, but I think really it depends on what type of workout you're doing. You might want to go a little slower on certain long runs, and other times you want to throw in some speed work or some race pace. But in general, I've seen people running their long runs like 45 seconds slower, a minute, 30 seconds. I think for me, I'm closer to that 30 seconds, which I know is probably too quick. So that would put me about 9:15. I'm about an 8:45 half marathon racer, give or take. So just put things in perspective, 2 weeks ago I did an 8-mile run on a very flat course, and that was 8:52, I believe. One stop for hydration, and I was tired, but I felt pretty good overall. Today I wasn't trying to hit that. In fact, my average, if I hit the times that I was supposed to do, and I'll pull it up right here, bear with me, my average would be 9:11:07 if I ran my splits. So this is what I was aiming to do, and then I'll tell you what I did. I want to start out at 9:25 for the first mile, the second mile as well at 9:25, then the third mile, drop it down 5 seconds to 9:20, then the fifth mile 9:15, sixth mile 9:10, 7 at 9 minutes, 8 at 8:55, and then the last mile at 8:50. That would give me an average of 9:11:07. So I started out, and it was pretty easy, and it's pretty flat where I started out. Really, today's run wasn't that bad. I mean, I had a couple little, I don't even call them climbs. I mean, it was, I would say for the most part, a pretty flat course. So my first mile was 9:22, second mile 9:22, third mile 9:18, fourth mile 9:18, fifth mile 9:10, sixth mile 9:08, 7 mile 8:55, 8 mile 8:51, and then the ninth mile was 8:34. So definitely exceeded what I was supposed to do. I was within like a couple seconds of my targeted pace for the first like 5 or so. I think mile 5 when I ran a 9:10, that was against what was that supposed to be, 9:15, so I ran that one pretty quick. Other than that, not mile 6 9:10 target, I ran 9:08. Mile 7 9 minutes, I ran at 8:55, and then mile 9 supposed to be 8:50. Last quarter mile, I just kind of opened it up a little bit and finished with an 8:34. So how did I feel overall? Tired at the end. I would say the last 2 miles I was starting to get a little tired. It was warming up, but I was approaching that. My pace was supposed to be under 9 for the last 2 miles, 8:55 and 8:50. So I was also at certain points during the last 2 miles, I would start, there's this loop called Lakewood, and certain parts of it you go up a little bit. Now I don't want to paint a picture like it's a huge hill, because it's not. It's a really nice loop, in fact, of about 2.5 miles that a lot of people use, multi-use for running, biking, walking, heavily populated with people, but there's just sections of it where you can tell you're going up a little bit. It's a slight grade, like 1%, or I don't even know if it's 2%. It's really not bad, but you feel it, especially at the end of your workout. So yeah, I felt pretty good overall. It's something that I should do more often in training. I'm going to mix in these negative splits along with some even pacing just to hold it, and other times doing some ladders where you go up in time and then you come down in time as well. So most importantly though, it's being in tune with your body and really understanding how you feel and what your pace is like at effort. I will say though, today I was really watching the watch closely. In fact, very often. I typically don't do it like that, but I wanted to be close to pace, and so that way I can kind of feel what like a 9:25 pace really feels like, and then a 9:15, and then 9 and 8:50 and such, especially when I'm getting tired. So yeah, great day, and tomorrow I will look and see, maybe a short recovery. Next week I will get my my trail shoes, my Saucony Mad Rivers, which I will definitely showcase here. And I hopefully will be able to run a little bit of the trails next week. So more to come on that. But anyways, hope you guys have a good weekend. Let me know how your runs went or will go if you haven't run yet. Perhaps you're doing a virtual race. I know a lot of people have been doing that to, kind of keep race sharp. Let me know what you guys are doing, and hopefully you guys are safe and well during these crazy times. Definitely drop some comments down below if you haven't done so, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so down at the bottom so that you will get notified if you hit that bell icon of the latest videos. So I appreciate you guys watching and wish you guys a very safe and productive weekend. Take care. See ya.